Hi, and welcome to Cafe Zoom. Today we're going to be making apple crisp, sent to us by Maria F. of Belmar, New Jersey. Here's what you'll need. 4 large apples, brown sugar, flour, white sugar, cinnamon, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, and an egg. Okay, the first thing you need to do is preheat your oven to 375 degrees. Just make sure you have an adult to help you with this if you're not allowed to use the oven. Okay, then you take your apples and peel and slice them just like this. I'm going to use a slicer for the last one because it's kind of easier and it's faster. Or you could just use a knife. Ooh. Okay. There. And then add the apples into the bowl with the rest of them. Just like this. Make sure you don't put the core in there. Okay. Then you take your apples and your half a cup of brown sugar. And you just put it right with the apples. And you just mix and mix and mix up. Just mix it all together like this. Then put this aside and take a different bowl and a fork. You're going to mix together 1 cup of flour and 3/4 cup of sugar. Just mix it right in there. And a teaspoon of cinnamon. Ah, that smells good. Okay, and then you just mix it all together. It should make like a brown, powdery kind of mixture. Okay, then beat together 1 egg and 2 tablespoons of melted butter. Just like this. Just use this fork right here. And just mix them all together. This is kind of gooey, but when it's all cooked and ready, it'll taste good. Okay. After you've done that, add it to your dry ingredients. There we go. And just mix this all together. And this will be your topping, so it's nice and crispy. And it should look like this. Okay. Then you take your apples and you put them in a baking pan, just like this. Just put them all in there with all the brown sugar and everything, because that's going to be nice and crispy too. And then you add your topping, which is the dry ingredients and the melted butter and eggs. I'm going to do it the old-fashioned traditional way, my hands. This should feel powdery, and it does. This is going to be really good. I'm just going to put it all over. Make sure you wash your hands like I did before this. Okay. Then, just my hands off. Then you take your baking pan and put it in the oven for 30 to 40 minutes, or until the apples are soft and the topping is golden brown and crisp. Okay. Just like this. Here's some I made earlier, and when it's done, it should look like this. This recipe will serve about 6 people. You can make this with all kinds of other fruits too, like blueberries, peaches, strawberries, to make blueberries, peaches, strawberries crisp instead of apple crisp. Make your own combination. Now comes the best part. Eating. Bon appetit.
Today in Cafe Zoom, we're going to make something called dirt pudding. This idea was sent in by Kevin W. of Charleston, South Carolina. It sounds really gross, but it's really good. And this is what you'll need to make dirt pudding. Chocolate pudding, we're using the instant kind. Chocolate wafer cookies, a wooden spoon, a cup, or if you have one, it's fun to make it in a clean, medium-sized flower pot. You also need some aluminum foil. First, take your instant pudding and make it to the instructions on the box. Then, using the back of your spoon, crush the chocolate wafer cookies into small bits. I love to crush these cookies. It's a lot of fun. See how much it looks like dirt? But be aware, you can't grow flowers in this dirt. It won't work. Then, if you're using a plastic flower pot, make sure you line the bottom with aluminum foil, so it looks like this. Then, with the help of a spoon, pour in the chocolate pudding. Then, take your crushed chocolate wafer cookies and pour them onto this chocolate pudding. Then, stick on a fake flower to make it look realistic. Top off the top with a couple of gummy worms, and there you have it, dirt pudding. Doesn't that look good? I think I'm gonna have some worms.
Marissa P. of Corona, California sent us the recipe for muffin tin eggs.
The reason they're called muffin tin eggs is because they're eggs made in muffin tins. So you're gonna start by preheating your oven to 375 degrees.
I will go do that.
If you need to ask an adult, that's totally okay. And you should make sure you use oven mitts.
All right, so for this recipe, you're gonna need bacon. So you're gonna take 3 sheets of bacon and then put them between pieces of paper towel and then microwave them for 3 minutes on high. And we have some that are cooling right here that we already made.
And once they're cooled, like these, you're gonna crumple them up. So I'll crumple them. Crumple.
Yeah, you can probably do all 3 or both of them at the same time.
Yeah, so
Keep going.
I'm crumpling.
You just do the 2 at the same time. It works. Yeah.
Make sure your hands are washed before you do this.
Yeah. All right, so your next step is gonna be, you're gonna need 6 eggs. And we have 4 here, so me and Mike are gonna crack 2 of them.
Okay. We have 4 already broken, see? So we're just gonna take a knife and let them fly.
I don't want to put an eggshell in it.
Yeah!
All right. Then you're gonna add half a cup of milk. It looks really cool.
Bloop.
See?
Whoa.
Kind of separates and looks like blah. And some grated cheese. How much do you
This should be good. I think. And then mix it all together.
Yep. You want to mix it until the yolk and everything is all blended together and you can't see a separation really. It's gonna turn like an orangey, milky kind of color.
And then once you're done with this, which I'm still kind of working on, you can add the bacon. So you can add that
while you're doing it. Good.
That looks good.
That looks really good. So after you're done with that, you're gonna take your bowl and with the aid of a spoon or whatever.
Spatula.
So you
Pour it
I'm gonna bring this over.
into the muffin tin.
So last time I made this, it made about 8. So you want to do it pretty evenly. You can make like a big jumbo one.
Yeah, you gotta go slower, it might overflow. No. Ooh, very, very good pouring. If I did that, I'd like spill it all over the board.
It's kind of the same technique you use for pancakes.
Pour it. There we go. Nice.
That's a really mini muffin.
And then once you're all poured in, you're gonna bake for 20 to 25 minutes until the egg is no longer runny.
And you want to remember your oven mitts. And if you're not allowed to use an oven, you're gonna have to ask your parents to do this for you.
Oven mitts. Very good idea, Courtney. You want to
Careful.
open the
Right, be very careful because you don't want it to spill.
Whop it. Got some already cooled over here.
And if you got raw eggs on your hand when you were mixing it or doing whatever, you just have to wash them. But I think we're good.
Yeah. When you put them in the oven, they swell up, but after they cool, they settle back down. Just put the spoon in, you just kind of pop them out.
You can put them on this if you want. And these aren't hot, so Mike's not hurting himself. They're nice and warm.
Nice and cool.
All right, and after that, you can take 2 slices of toasted English muffin and put the piece of egg
In between them,
like so.
just like that. If you want, you can add a little salsa, you know? Take some salsa and just kind of sprinkle it on top. And then dig in. Excellent recipe, Marissa.
Thanks, Marissa.
Thanks so much for sending it in. It was really good.
Tell me what to do. You've got to send us email. Email.
ZWM Box 350.
Boston at 02134. Email. Send it to Zoom. Email. BBSKids.org. Email. Zoom. BBSKids.org.
All submissions become the property of Zoom.
And will be eligible for inclusion in all Zoom media.
This means that we can share your ideas
With other Zoomers on TV,
the web, in print materials,
And in other media. So send it to Zoom.